So today's video we're going to be going through Walsall's remaining 6 fixtures of the season and seeing if we can manage to get into the playoffs this season. You know, finally Walsall have got themselves into a position at the end of the season where we're fighting for something. First season really since we've been relegated. This time in past seasons gone, our season would have been dead and buried really, but Walsall got ourselves into a position 3 points off the playoffs with a couple of games in hand around some of the teams, so it's going to make for a really interesting end to the season, this one. And Walsall, you know, is a big win on Easter Monday against Salford. We've got to build on that going into the remaining fixtures, so we're going to go through all the fixtures like I said, starting with Tranmere Rovers away. So this upcoming Saturday we have got Tranmere Rovers away at Prenton Park, and it's not going to be an easy game like all the games are in this league. You know, you're not going to have an easy walkover in my opinion. You've got to be at your best to, you know, get the 3 points. And Tranmere, they're a bit of a weird side. I said this in my match reaction against Salford. A bit inconsistent, aren't they? I think in the last 5 games they've won 2, drew 1 and lost 2. So a bit of an interesting record. Tranmere and Tranmere fans probably think they should be finishing higher with the club at status. Really, they should be pushing higher in this league, but they're not, and they're about 15th, 16th in the league. But I think this is one Walsall will draw. I'm going to go over 1-1 draw. I think Tranmere will take the lead. I think we'll come back in the second half to snatch a point, which wouldn't be a bad point on the road. But just before we go into Doncaster, I think these next 2 away games are massive for Walsall's season, really. I think if we could pick 4 points up at these 2 games, we've got a really good platform then to build going into them 3 home games in a week, which we'll discuss later in the video. But yeah, I'm going with a 1-1 draw away to Tranmere. We then got Doncaster next Tuesday, following the Tranmere Rovers game. And I think this one's going to be a really tough one. I mean, we played Doncaster not long ago at home, we won 3-1 in that one. Doncaster, you could see they've got the right philosophy and the right identity to play football. They just didn't have the quality at times. I mean, the only bit of quality they produced on that day was the goal, really. It's a really well taken goal, really good move. But Doncaster have really hit some good form recently. 5 wins in a row. I think they're up. They could maybe make a late surge for the playoffs. I don't know about that. They may have left it too late, but you know, I think they're only 4 points off us now in 14th. So Doncaster, it's not going to be an easy game, that one, especially away from home. Our away record this season isn't brilliant. Most of our success has been at home, which is a good thing. But in this one, I've unfortunately got us to lose 2-1. I think we'll lose this one. Be a bit of a disappointing result if we lose, but I just got us down. I've got a really bad feeling we're not going to pick anything up from that game. Following the Doncaster game, we do face Notts County at home. Like I mentioned before, this is the start of 3 home games in a week, and it's massive that week, I think, in the season. Like I said, if we could get 4 points minimum really at them away games, we've got a really good platform to build something. I've currently got us for 1, which isn't great really, but I think hopefully the team will prove me wrong and get maybe even 2 wins out of them away games. But speaking about the Notts County game, Notts County they slipped off it really. Second half of the season, they were really strong first half under Luke Williams, playing some really good football and probably the best footballing side in the league really. Got some really good players, Jody Jones, Macaulay Langstaff, David McGoldrick. Yeah, they've got some good quality in there, but I don't know what's gone wrong second half of the season. I think their defensive issues have been exploited really, that second half of the season. They don't keep many clean sheets and are very shaky defensively. So I think Walsall will exploit this. I'm going to go over 2-0 win at home to Notts County in this one. I think we'll get the 3 points. And then we've obviously got Swindon at home on the Tuesday night following that. And I think that'll be another win. I've got us down for another 2-0 win in that one. Another clean sheet. I think that'll give us some confidence, hopefully. You know, Swindon, again, they're struggling as well. They've been on some real dire form this second half of the season. And things need to change at that football club, really. But, you know, they're down there. They lost their 2 best players in January and they haven't really recovered from that. And I think Walsall will be going into confidence in that Swindon game after the Notts County one. and I think we'll get back-to-back 2-0 wins. Then the final home game we've got Bradford City at home. Bradford, again, they're not really doing well this season, and there's things I think needs to change around that football club. From above the manager, really, they've got to have a real good rebuild in the summer, I believe, to start being a real force in this league. But speaking about Walsall, like I said, we'll be going into this one with confidence. As if I've predicted it right, with back-to-back 2-0 wins, I'm hoping that's right. But I've got a really bad feeling we might slip up in this game. I've got us down to lose 2-1. I hope I'm wrong on that sense, but yeah, I think Bradford will come with a game plan. I think they'll execute it against us. If Andy Cook's playing for Bradford, he'll probably score. But yeah, I don't want to come across as negative. I don't think we're going to win that one. Hopefully I'm wrong. Then the final game of the season, we've got Wimbledon away. This one could be one of the biggest games in the club's recent history. If we can get into a good position, it could be a potential winner-takes-all in that game. You know, Wimbledon are still in and around the playoff picture. I think they just sit above us in the league, so it could be a really interesting game, this one. But I think by the time we get to that game, in my predictions, I think we just mathematically couldn't sneak into the playoffs. But potentially it could be a really thrilling encounter between Wimbledon. I've got to lose this one as well, narrowly again. I've got to lose 2-1. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope we can pull out a result away at Wimbledon, and it could be a result that sneaks into the playoffs. But I was looking before I recorded this video, done a bit of research. I think historically, to get into the playoffs, you need around 75 points. I think last season Salford got that in 7th with 75. Then a couple of seasons before there was 73s and 74 points. So Walsall, if you work the maths out, I think we'll need to win 5 of the 6 games and then pick up a point in one of them, which is a massive ask. But I wouldn't write us off doing it. You know, Walsall have been on them runs this season. Obviously, before Forest Green, I think we're 5 wins in a row. So Walsall have shown we can go on these type of runs in the league, and hopefully we can, because obviously we're in the business end of the season now. Performances are not vital, and we just need to pick up wins, even if it's ugly wins. Sometimes you have to pick up wins if you want to sneak to the playoffs. But I'll show the league table on screen now. I've got Walsall to finishing 10th in the league with 66 points, which even though it wouldn't be a playoff spot, it is a success, I guess, in terms of improvement on last season. I think we finished with 56, so a 10-point improvement, and obviously finishing the top half with my predictions would be a massive improvement. Maybe not a success, but you know, it's improvement, and hopefully it's one Walsall would build on if my predictions do come true. But there is belief in that squad at the moment. I do think we could sneak in there, but we've got to have to put on a real good run of form to get in there. Obviously, I calculated all the results, final results, and it's come up with a league table. I've got Stockport to win the league. I've got Mansfield going up automatically in second, and I've actually got MK Dons in third, which might come as a surprise. I've got Wrexham to obviously slip out the automatics, but I think MK Dons are going to come strong. They're going to pick up some good results, and they're going to sneak in there. Bottom 2, I've got Forest Green finishing bottom, and then Sutton United. I think they'll put up a good fight, but I think they'll just come short and get relegated. And then I've got the playoff spots. I've got obviously Wrexham 4th, 5th Crewe, 6th Barrow, and 7th I've got Crawley. So pretty much the same in terms of that aspect in the playoffs. But you know, Walsall, like I say, if we can if we can get in and around the playoffs, if after them 2 away games, I think we could sneak in there because our home form is really good. But you know, Walsall, got to go for it now. We've got nothing to lose. I think that's the mentality. 6 cup finals left, and we've just got to keep going beyond the team as fans, and hopefully we get them results here. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave in the comments, do you think Walsall will get into the playoffs this season or not? And leave your comments. Who do you think will go up, get the playoffs and get relegated? So, thank you guys for watching this video, and up the Saddlers.